Namaste, innovators, and welcome to Soul Horoscope SuperScope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Witecki. I coin myself as the Sensei to Sirius Joy because I'm on a mission to bring Sirius Joy to planet Earth. I think we can do it, and it begins with every individual. Now that said, this is a SuperScope because it's designed to serve three individuals. If you're an Aquarius, if you're an Aquarius Rising, or if you have Venus in Aquarius, you'll find that this scope is helpful to you in your life. And if you don't have an Aquarius Rising, you can go and watch the other SuperScope that serves your rising, and it will give you more of a long-term perspective of how the long-term story is going in your life, whereas the sun will give you the more short-term story. Now that said, there's big stuff going on right now. I believe this week will be the final turning point of an epic struggle we've had, frankly, all of 2014 and your entire life. What am I talking about? I'm talking about your ability to feel comfortable in your own skin. You know what I'm talking about. Whenever an Aquarius doesn't feel comfortable, they're out of there. What happened? Well, in one sense, they knew that they weren't supposed to be in that environment. That's true. And it's probably true. All right? Doesn't change things. You see those wavy lines there of Aquarius? Now, everyone out there says that you are the stream of consciousness. And I think that's true. You are the stream of consciousness. You are in touch with the global of what's going on, and you are mapping it out, and you are telling all of us, this goes here and that should go there, and really this needs to innovate. It's all true. The truth is that you're freaky deaky. You got all the future ideas inside of you, and you're not good at dealing with the humans. Not good at dealing with your feelings when you deal with the humans. So you don't know how to stand strong in the stream when everyone else has a problem with it. And that's really the true nature of Aquarius, in my opinion. You are the rock in the stream. You are the pain in the ass. You are the one that is standing up for the things that we don't want to deal with. But you will never get your mission done if you can't deal with your own feelings and the consequences of being just a rolling stone, to quote the Rolling Stones, right? So let's get serious. For the serious part of this, it's going to be an intense week. The sun will move from step 13, 14 all the way to 20. That means that you will have to take your power in the moment like now. That plays in your health, that plays in your work, that plays in your reality. This is the IB state of awareness. By IB, we mean how you live in the six senses, how you perform in life, and how your lifestyle is at large. You have a good lifestyle or a poor lifestyle, or you're a wacky professor who doesn't eat and shower, which I see all the time in aquas, I gotta tell you, okay? Or the bachelor alone in the bar, aqua, okay? No matter where it is your lifestyle is not quite fitting in, I just gotta tell you, we're heading for the age of Aquarius. We can't do it without the Aquarians, and you won't pull off your wacky, freaky vision if you don't know how to emotionally relate to people around you. So it's time for y'all to step in. We'll talk about that in the Sirius Joy Farm. So the grand square that's been a grand pain in the ass, which Uranus, your ruling planet, was part of, is breaking apart this week. So your fear of faith versus reality, you will pass, thank Goddess. And also, some of your mind and your attitude will finally relax because belief will overcome what you're thinking about. And you'll surrender to what you believe instead of what you think. That's my prediction. Tell me if I'm wrong on the new soulgarden.tv where you can give us feedback. This week, Jupiter will appear to accelerate because it goes through 3 degrees in one work week. So you're going to feel ripped open in the work life. Just telling you. I'm putting the warning out there right now. The sun never even catches Jupiter in Cancer, by the way. I guess God thought we couldn't handle it. So we're going to really expand super fast. And you're going to expand when it comes to getting comfortable in the moment. And you're going to have to be a rock in that stream. You're going to have to hold space. Mercury, on the other hand, is catching up, thinking really fast about what your heart really wants. And honestly, Aqua, I know you're all cool in public and stuff, but at home you got to go ahead and be a hot mess and ask your heart what it wants. Because what your heart wants is what everything is playing out to be in the universe. So no matter what your politics are in the moment, if you're not championing your own heart, you're dead in the water. Then finally, this whole dramatic week climaxes with a full moon early Saturday morning, which is 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. All right, and this will be a final opposition between your feelings about where you draw the line in reality and actually having faith. So the European continents will deal with this opposition. Obviously, at the end of their day, U.S. will deal with it in the beginning of their day, and you will deal with it. And with Jupiter in this space, it's going to be intense. Now, coming up, I have the Sirius Joy Farm, where I also will get deeper and show you a diagram on the Sirius Joy tree of how you need to get serious about stepping into the moment. Also, a serious present for you. So more on that after this mini-mercial. This week in Soul Garden 8.0, in our new super blog Namaste Today section, check out Mary Inchineri. She's a Grandmaster Cancer, and she's back to help you face the final wrap-up of Jupiter in Cancer. Then hop over to Modern Goddess, where we have our guest writer, Jen Jurarsik. She's an independent female filmmaker, and she's going to tell you how she steps into her power. And lastly, don't forget, I've got a special surprise in each of 12 horoscopes, as well as a little survey. All that and more in the new Soul Garden 8.0. Hi there. Welcome to the Sirius Joy Farm. Seriously, as you can see, I'm stepping up the weirdness here as a means of inspiring you for being original yourself. And seriously, my little Sirius Joy Farm here is all about stepping into your child. I know that's hard for you, but I want to be able to reach you because this is extremely important this moment in your life. I mean, as an astrologer, there's so many planets stacked up here. This could separate success or not for you. Seriously. Here is the full moon situation, right here. Faith versus practice. Now, as I was talking about here in the first segment, standing in your emotional moment, being strong like a rock for yourself, allowing you then to be the pain in the ass to everyone else, which is what you're here to be, is a pain in the ass. You can only be a pain in the ass if you practice an emotional self-nurturing now all the time. That's what this is about. Now, here's where the full moon's going to hit, on the side of faith. Let me show you. Mona Lisa there is going to cry up a storm when it comes to faith, which means you might have a major thunderstorm test of faith between Friday and Sunday. And the response is actually not to get on your hands and knees and pray. It's to actually ground your emotions that are up in the cloud of faith down in practice. So that means you go to the gym if you know you need to go to the gym, and that means you eat like you're supposed to do, and you be a good boy or girl about your health and living in reality, and you be strong for yourself. That's the key. Now, here's what I believe. I believe that if you do this, you're going to ascend towards Sirius Joy to the next level. I think this is one of the moments with the planets, and I've been watching other astrologers, and they're seeing the same thing. We all see like this quantum shift coming up, and I think this is the moment that counts, or it might be the hardest because of Jupiter in emotion. It's so emotional. We're not so good at it. That's the hard part of being human. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you here in my old weirdness. You think you're weird? Oh my God, this is one of my sex costumes. Just kidding. Maybe not. No, but I always joke with the Aquarius that you are freaky deakies. Truthfully sold, Neptune there in the house of manifestation is so important. In other words, when it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to making money, when it comes to confidence, you have to be the trick here is to have self-compassion and be okay with wherever you are. Wherever you are, it's okay. It's totally okay. One thing where you have to be very, very, very serious, Saturn, is in your decisions. If you decided something in part of your brilliance, because you are brilliant, you are the innovators, then you have to stick to the decision right now. Saturn is retrograde. That is a root of your joy right now, being decisive about what you decided already, hopefully based on your heart, and being totally open to what happens, what manifests, what you're worth, etc. Super important. This allows you to develop the practice of how to live in the moment. In fact, this might be how to live the moment forever for you, because you're developing a new practice, and these other two planets are kind of saying, maybe this is how you pull off the age of Aquarius. You be open to what happens, and you be real strong on what you believe in your life purpose. Either way, it's definitely how you get through the next week. And I certainly recommend that you go out and play and be a 5-year-old and it's really stupid, because the more stupid you are, the more fun you're going to have. I want to thank you. I'll see you right back for a little bit of wrap-up. Go be your freaky dick self now. I did. Here we are back in the tranquil setting of what I call Witecki Theater. This awesome star-twinkling, moonlit environment. You'll see it all over the new Soul Garden 8.0. Wherever you want to lay down like a magic carpet for you just to chill out, get spiritual, you'll see. There's a lot of cool things at Soul Garden, including the newly remodeled soulmart.me, where right now you can buy a 1-hour reading with me and get a free 30-minute follow-up. Now, this is an excellent sale for people who've never had a reading, because you'll really learn to appreciate the power of astrology in your life. And if you've already had a reading with me, well, then you know the power. This is a great reading to get to the bottom of an issue and end it for good. Details are all available and a video at soulmart.me in the new remodeled soulmart.me. Also, I've got a class series coming out this summer. The first one's called So You Want to Be an Astrologer, eh? Now, this course is really designed for you to have some fun. Bring your chart. We dive into all sorts of aspects of your astrology, and you'll walk away knowing a lot about yourself. So this one's open to the general public, no prerequisites. You'll love it. If you're interested in going further, the next class is, yes, I do want to be an astrologer. At which point I'll talk about using astrology in your profession. I'll share some stories with you about how I got started and where I got taken advantage of, and even reading certain celebrities and things like that. I'm not a name dropper, but in classes, I'll be honest, this is a great class to really figure out if you want to pursue it further. If you do, I've got a class called The Art of Reading People. Now, this class is open to the general public as well, and I'll share with you kind of how to sum up a person in a moment using numerology, astrology, and psychic ability, and determining am I psychic or not. So there's some fun like little quizzes in there that help you determine where you are and where you're not. Then if you're interested in diving deep, I've got natal chart interpretation, class 1, class 2, and class 3. It's going to take at least 3 classes to understand it. And finally, my favorite, the ethics of free will in a reading. You know, the truth is psychics get a lot of information, but we don't always share it. Why? Because we don't want to interfere with free will. So this is a fascinating topic and describes a lot of why people perceive to have bad readings, or people do have horrible readings, and it's open to the general public too. So all of these are available at soulmart.me and going to be a lot of fun. They're only 2 hours. They're $49.95, and you can come on your webcam. It's awesome. I love new technology. I love HTML5. Now, if you're still on YouTube, hey, do us a favor and please subscribe to our channel. We do appreciate that. If you're on Facebook, you can like our channel by going to soulgarden.me, and you can come to the new shiny penny soulgarden.tv anytime. Don't forget, I've got a little treat waiting for you in each of the 12 horoscopes. I'm so grateful you've shown up for me. I am here showing up for you. I love you. I'll see you in 7 days. Until then, live, love, be.
Who cares?